there. So yeah, it's Daniel here, man. Today was a day, man. Today, no live calls. Look here, Mr. P. Oh, look at him. So graceful, right? He just doesn't care about anything. He arrived. He's in the natural state of enlightenment. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. But like, he's so gorgeous, man. Look at this. Look at this little belly of his. Anyway, um, I got there. Like, by the way, today, my WhatsApp got blocked, but that was more like towards the end of the day. So you know, I started like using the APIs to worm my number again. It worked for a while, but then stopped working. Mm, But whatever. And then I dial quite a lot, 300 something. And no, today I had like more pickups. By the way, I had way more pickups, and didn't book anyone though. And but like what I did, I follow up on proposals. And then my supervisor, she was talking about that. And then me and her, we had a talk about this thing because she wants me to go back to my old desk. And well, apparently I have no idea. I have no other choice to go back. And she's like, yeah, you're not closing. And that's true. Like, I'm the guy who is booking the more amount of calls. The highest amount of calls. I'm that guy, but I'm not closing as much. My close rate is shit. It's like 1 out of 20. That's a shitty close rate, man. And I cannot hide. That's the truth right there. You know. I'm learning, but again, they don't give a fuck about that. They really don't. They just like, okay, like, why is this guy like booking this amount of calls and he's not closing as much? Something is wrong. Something is wrong, and really is. And like especially now that like I've been developing my not developing, but like I'm just adapting the thing that I used to do in high ticket to this offer, you know, and it's a work in progress. But like the main thing I would say is like the objections. Yeah, I need to talk with my wife, I need to talk with my partner. That's the main thing. And today I just like I rewatched this training again about objections. Really good training. And like now it's getting more clear to me, like what I must focus on, the workflow of everything. But that takes time, man. That takes time. And like the bottleneck is always updating. Like the beginning was like booking calls, then was like get the people who I booked that I booked to show up. And then like I solved that. And then was like doing the presentation. Then solve that. And then like I had to learn the closing part of this offer, the payment structure and everything. Learn that. Now it's like actually close because like now it's objections, the way that I see. And of course, they're gonna bitch about my presentation, especially her because she's like very married to the process. But like there's a lot of things that I just skip because no one gives a fuck about the history of the company and like who we are and like what we did and no one cares. No one cares. The only thing that they do care, it's about like what our stuff can do to them. And like actually the truth is, like that I just learned today talking with a lady from the other department. She's from the upsell. It's not a good investment. That's like for no profitability. Like it's not a good investment, man. Really not. No passive income. Not a good investment. It's good for vacations, but like not as an investment. I mean, like it's not like it doesn't make money like it does, but not as much, as they think it might be. You know, like a lot of the projects as well, like they're delayed in terms of like being delivered. So there's that fact as well. So there's a lot of things, man. But and like for me, the main thing is like I cannot like just pretend that it's not there because like really, my close rate is low. You know, my close rate is low, so like I can just bitch about it and like start arguing, like try to like rationalize or just be a man and say like I'm not good enough yet. I'm not good enough yet. Hey, very why my take. Um, but yeah, I prefer because like it sucks, but like at least that being in that position allows me to see like okay, I suck. Like what is the thing that I'm doing wrong? Like how can I fix that? Because since it's my fault, that also means that I can't fix that because it's on me, you know. So I have like control over that, you know. I'm not casting my power towards like others and other shit. No, no, no. It's me, you know. So yeah, and that takes time. But like, of course, volume negates luck, and speed up the process. Every second counts, right? So yeah, man, that's it. Let's keep moving forward and let's conquer. Bye.